Hi there, it's Anna, it's Badass Branding Agency, and we are going to talk about all the insights that I have in a day on business and branding. So the first insight is on brand identity. Do you know what that is? So let's cover that. Okay, so what is business and brand first? Business is just producing something of your own for a service or product and getting money voluntarily from your target audience or clients for it, right? So that's like creating, selling a product or reselling all of this stuff. Maybe I'll find the definition that's right and that I'm not coming up on the way as I'm speaking with, but that's just like the company, that's like the business. We all know what that is. What is brand? That's different from business. Brand is combination of the product and of things that your target audience likes, of the atmosphere, of the visual look, of all these parts. And when I'm talking about brand identity, that's how visual of the brand looks like. That's when we are talking about logo and word mark and logo mark and stickers and icons and packaging, merchandise, interior, colors, typography, maybe animations or specific like sign moves, animations, colors, anything that is special and unique about you and that is visual. So why does brand identity takes time? Why do people create logo and pay for it and do that for a long period of time? Because now we work with brand identity and I have proven experience and proven track record on why it takes so long. For example, we are having our project that's mobile app. I won't say the topic and I won't reveal anything yet because haven't asked the permission, right? And I haven't posted that on our portfolio. So we worked on brand identity according to the plan for 3 days. It's like having brand analysis, analyzing, gathering all the information that we have from target audience, from the client, about the project, about this vision and mission and values and tone of voice and sound and look and feel, all the things, slogans, narrative, naming everything that we have. Then we analyze it. What would match with our target audience expectations and favorites and preferences. Then it took us a really long time because it takes some time to get all this information down, to write it down, to interview people, to do competitors analysis, market research, some empathy maps, and come up with some conclusions, some insights that are important for us that will be included in our brand identity. The next thing we do is that we are coming up with ideas. Let me ask you, so how often do you have these genius ideas? Because some creative people might have them pretty often, and I tend to believe that I develop that creative feeling inside of me so that I am pretty creative and I can come up with just random stuff or joke or idea a couple of times during the day. But it's hard to do under pressure. So let's say I came up with an idea for a family of mascots, 5 of them, and then they have references. All of them have their own personality trait and character traits, their colors, their look, their texture, their maybe celebrity twins, their tone of voice, their sign, phrases or words, and it all takes time, right? So it took me like 2 days to do that. And after these mascots, we should be doing the logo that would match here, and we should be completing color palette and stickers and icons. And if you think of that, and if you sit down, have you ever maybe done some presentations? So if you are really taking care of that, if you are paying attention to details in that presentation, if that's a responsible one for your speech somewhere at the conference, you know that you'd put on average at least 4 hours to do that. But what about drawing all the illustrations yourself? What about drawing all the pictures and icons yourself? That would take you like 2 days. And that would be 2 maybe full days of work, maybe the nights. And then we present that to the client. So we have like paid 3 days for brand identity, and then we present that to the client. Then even if everything goes well, there is no situation when client doesn't have feedback. When client doesn't have feedback, even positive one, it means that he's not interested in the project. It means that this project is most likely will be lame because client wouldn't even provide you the information for research that you need in the first place. So you'll be just guessing about the research, about the whole project yourself. It's going to be easy to work with. It still will take your time, but that's not a typical situation. Typically, clients give you feedback. Really, a lot of clients are giving you negative feedback. A lot of clients are really requiring a lot for the money that they are paying, right? So that if they've given you negative feedback, it means that you will have to remake it all. That would take you another 3 days or 2. It's already a week. It's the whole working week that should be paid. That's why we are paying money for brand identities. That's why we are having loops and we're changing that in iterations. And maybe some people would have a couple of iterations, or they would have to develop 3 options of brand identities to present, just to select from, just to make sure that everything's going well. And even if you are getting positive feedback, there still would be a thing that you'd have to change. And the feedback I received is that I have to work another day on that. So it takes me almost a week to come up with all of that, to make a presentation and to insert that into some mobile app or web design or banners or social media. So it really takes time, and it's all about giving time for this creativity. The resource that is limited, and that's the resource that we are paying for. And also, when you are paying for logo, you are paying for all the mistakes the designers made before, for all the experience that they have, for all the hours they put in thinking about this project. Even if they are on a day off with their friends or having a party, they will most likely be thinking about it, because that's their task, if they love their work, of course. Because I do, like, I would think about your project all the damn time. Even like I'll be in shower and I'll be like, what if this mascot would say like this? It's been called being obsessed with work, but that's what it is. And that's why logos take time. That's why graphic design is actually harder than you think. Second insight that I would be covering today is the benefit of recording these videos is just in telling you and showing you behind the stage of our brand. And it's actually a powerful technique. Maybe I'm not revealing all the sides of our branding agency to you, and I'm not being entirely honest with you here. So what I mean by that is, we call Instagram a fake platform. But what if I'm showing all the sides of our agency? We are showing our fuck-ups, and we are showing our mistakes in everyday life and projects and results, sometimes mediocre results, sometimes really awesome results. That's badass. But we're still fake. We're still not showing it off. Why? Because we can't just, it's like having some Kardashian series or having some people documenting your whole life. Only then that would be honest. Of course, I'm not showing you how I'm brushing my teeth, or how I'm eating sometimes, how I'm eating really bad food, or how I do not have time to eat and I'm eating like a hungry dog because I didn't have time and I'm so hungry right now, and I'm just would be eating right from the pan or frying pan. I mean, yeah, so things happen and we're not covering it all. We're just showing how we're working, how we're productive, how we are badass, how we are talking to the camera, how we are. I am just telling you these stories or all the information back, but you're not being in the moment with us. That's bad. Maybe in a couple of years, I'll hire a team to document the whole work of Badass Branding Agency, and we'll be office number 2, but it'll be even better, even badass, because that's gonna be new us. That's not some ideas. So that's how often I come up with ideas right in the middle of the video, and I'm sharing that with you. That's us being honest. And And also, it's really great tactic. A lot of brands these days are using that. They are posting like content daily on showing, here is our calendar, here is our projects, so that's what we're doing, that's these are the calls that we did today, here are calls that we failed, because and saying the reason, and here are the calls that we won. And it's interesting thing, I might share that with you. I have super messed up calendar, starting from 4 a.m. and ending up at around 11 p.m., sometimes even later. And some days I can handle this schedule. That's not like normal schedule at all. That's obsessed schedule. But I can handle like 3 to 4 days in a row. And then I want to even wake up in the morning. So yeah, on the first day, I'll just go to bed and I'll be lying like that up till 10 a.m. or 8 a.m. because I might have calls. And when I have calls at 8, I'm like, okay, I gotta get up. But I do not want to do that. And then things start accumulating and it's getting bad. It's getting not organized. That's just because I'm super not patient person. I love having it all done right away. Getting it all over ways just in one day, getting the result right here. So it's hard for me to wait for a success. But that will happen sooner or later. See you tomorrow.